All right, so in 1999, we had the Air Zoom Citizen release, and this is one of the first sneakers that I remember seeing that visible Zoom Air on the side. You could see it on the bottom, then you could see the Zoom Stacks on the side, and then also in the forefoot of the shoe. And this was a pretty revolutionary shoe back in the day. This one's so old that the bubbles are completely fogged over. You can't even see the Zoom Stacks. But this one is a shoe that never retroed yet and is one of my favorites from back in the day. And then in 2003, we had the Zoom Air with the Spiridons, and this is actually a caged Zoom, which is pretty crazy, and the stack was absolutely massive. This one was another shoe that I really loved and actually just recently retroed, which is crazy. I actually didn't pick up a retro pair yet, but this is a shoe that I really liked, and I actually got a pair of these last year back in the collection. But now fast forward to 2020 and we have all different heights, like literally, of Nike Zoom Air. And in this video, I wanted to give you guys a review of the Nike Zoom Double Stacked. I believe this is a women's exclusive shoe. There's a little bit of frustration that I'll have to express in the beginning of this video, but let's go ahead and get into it. What is going on, guys? Hes here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals that I try to curate for you guys, check the link in the description, as well as if you guys want to try to buy a pair of these. I believe most of them sold out on Nike.com, but I will link some aftermarket places available as well. So let me vent my frustration first and foremost by saying, Nike sneakers, man, what the heck is going on? I don't know if you guys have had the same problem as me. Drop a comment if you have in the comment section, but Nike sneakers has just been a wreck lately. Basically, I try to buy these on release day. It's been a pair of sneakers that I've been eyeballing since I saw the very first images, just because it looks so ridiculously crazy. It's a huge, ridiculous looking midsole on these shoes, and I was really intrigued. Price point was $230, which is crazy, but that's not the reason why I'm upset. The reason why I'm upset is because I got these in a women's 9.5, and I know the Jordans I just got were also a women's 9.5, but that one, in my defense, was labeled as a women's shoe, and this one was not. It didn't say that this is a women's exclusive shoe. It just said Nike Zoom Double Stacked. So I got these thinking I was getting the right size, and then when I looked at the order, the size swap happened again. I got a women's 9.5, not a men's 9.5. It's really frustrating. So I don't understand why Nike is having this problem with the app. I have it force set so it's men's 9.5 is my actual size. Please, Nike developers, make a change to your app. Make it so if you're a men's 9.5 and you're selecting a women's shoe, have it default 1.5 sizes up. It defaults to the same exact size, and it doesn't make any sense if this isn't listed as a women's sneaker. It's listed as a regular sneaker. It doesn't say that it's men's or women's. So how would have I known that I had to get 0.5 size up? Because when I'm trying to buy these things on launch day, I'm going as fast as I can, and I don't really see that it's men's or women's 9.5. I just see that it's the right size. I didn't know that it was a W. Really frustrating experience for myself, at least, because this is a shoe that I wanted to really try out in my size. I did put these on to do an on feet section because I was so curious and intrigued by the midsole and these shoes that I had to do it. So I just scrunched my foot in here, and if you guys like that I did that for this video, drop a like in the video, and also drop a comment. Did you guys know that this was a women's exclusive or not? Like, I didn't know this was a women's exclusive model. It wasn't marketed as such. Maybe it's a gender equality thing that they're trying to do by calling it men's and women's, but fix your app so at least it adjusts for us, because, like, again, I wouldn't have known that I had to select the right size on this. So my rant is over on that. Regardless of all of that craziness, I did get a pair, and now that I know they are women's exclusive, it doesn't really change my viewpoint on the shoe because it is such a crazy looking pair of sneakers. I mean, the whole design of this shoe is absolutely wild. Now, it's supposed to be mimicking the Next Percent, the Alpha Fly Next Percents, I believe. If you look at the overall shape, it looks exactly like that shoe. The difference being, obviously, the back is double stacked instead of Zoom X. And then this in the forefoot is probably a little bit different as well, because this isn't a performance running shoe. This is a lifestyle model, but you could see the overall look of the shoe and the way the back scoops up. I mean, they did a good job mimicking and drawing inspiration from that other model. Initial impressions of the shoe, just pulling it out of the box, I'm like, dang, like, this is a crazy looking, technologically advanced pair of sneakers, and I love what they did with it. Whoever designed this at Nike, kudos to you, because it's literally a work of art how they designed this midsole to make those Zoom Stacks fit in there, but also the way it's double stacked, and then you have plastic and then rubber that kind of mesh together to make this crazy midsole that has tons of spacing and gaps in it. It's not foam like you would expect. Like, it's just insane the way that they created these. I think that they did a tremendous job on that. Also, it's paired with an upper that I really like. I like the little extra support of the heel cup of the shoe. I like the pull tab on the back and also on the tongue. The tongue has that minimalistic vibe to it that Nike has been doing a lot, with some fused material around the edges as well as all the lacing. For those that are familiar with the Nike running shoes, you have kind of a cutout of a Nike swoosh silhouette right here, which looks really nice as well. There's an embroidered Nike swoosh on the side, and the mesh on the upper is see-through, but I like the way they integrated it together. At least on this colorway, it looks really nice. I even like the way they did the raw edge piping around the collar of the shoe. It's just a really nice detailed pair of sneakers that looks really simplistic, but also really well designed. And then this crazy midsole, man. It even says on the midsoles, air zoom placement, heel, and then in the forefoot it says forefoot. Also, check out the look of the soles. It looks so cool how you can see the air zoom units in the very front right here in the Volt. You can't see the back ones because this is covered in a plastic plate, but when you get that rear shot, you can see the double stack in the back. I like the way it elevates up and curves to a point. Then you get that full visible range of that double stack from the back as well as from the side. It's just literally floating in the middle of the shoe, one stacked on top of the other. It's such a cool looking pair of sneakers. I love the execution from the design perspective of the shoe. Are they comfortable on feet? Well, I got the wrong size, so for me, no. I would say that this is probably definitely geared more towards women, just for those people who are looking. It's also extremely narrow in the heel section of the shoe. Back here, the forefoot is pretty wide, but you're kind of literally walking on a platform. So for me, I felt wobbly for sure, left to right. I felt like I could break an ankle severely if you hit the wrong spot wearing these things, because it's just so ridiculously high off the ground and it's pretty wobbly. But the forefoot zoom is really nice though. You have a double stack, one on each side, and you can definitely feel the compression of that when you're walking. I don't actually feel the double stack zoom so much when you're doing a heel toe transition. When you're pushing directly down on your heel, you can feel it collapsing for sure. But I'm striking all the way in the back section of the shoe, and that part is a huge plastic piece, so honestly you don't feel a very smooth heel toe thing going on there. But I do realize it's because I'm striking further back than what these probably would want you to do. That being said, when you do hit that double stack right, it's like crazy how squishy and ridiculous it is. I mean, Zoom Air is an old technology, obviously from 99, 2003, but they've increased the air capacity in the shoe, and the tensile fibers move that much more. It's just a crazy feeling air unit, and one of the best ones that Nike offers to date, at least in my opinion. It's way better than like a giant singular air unit like an Air Max 720. I mean, these things definitely have some give and go, and I really like it. Is it worth $230? Maybe not. I mean, it's just a really dope looking shoe. If you can appreciate the design element that went into the shoe, and basically this is like art on your feet in like a really modern, awesome sense, then I mean, $230 is a great price for that. But if you want to be one of the first to own that crazy look, then obviously you got to pay the price. Anyway, what do you guys think about the Zoom double stacked? I think that it is a really cool looking model, and it looks like Nike ISPA has a bunch of stuff on the way as well. So there's a lot of really crazy futuristic looking pairs of sneakers that Nike's going to be dropping pretty soon, and I'm there for it, man. I like this type of stuff where it's not geared towards performance, where there's kind of like an architectural side of it with them creating just really ridiculous looking stuff, over the top ridiculous, and still maintaining somewhat functionality. Like, it's pretty, I'm definitely impressed with what they have. But that's my thoughts. If you guys are after a pair, check the link in the description. And Nike, please fix your app, or I know you're gonna just tell me to look twice before I buy, but I'm panic buying. I'm like, give me those shoes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to get through as quick as I can. So I'll try not to panic buy as much. If you start like selecting me more, we can make a give or take trade here. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you guys are interested in subscribing to the channel, feel free to do so. It is free to do, so you might as well do that. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll see you guys back for some more videos. Peace, guys.